we got to talk about the Suicide Squad. We got the Suicide Squad that dropped Friday. You got the usual cast members of, Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. You got, the new, it's Bloodsport now, right? I'm just a casual fan, JB, so hey, man, I confuse Bloodsport with, Deadshot or Deathstroke. I don't know. I thought they were the same people at one point. And you got, Gunn in his version. So, for me as a person who just kind of watched the films and how it's created and, how it's constructed, that's how what I pay attention to, along with the obvious things and the characters and all that. But I'm gonna say off rip, it's better than the first one. I mean, it's just as weird as the first one. The thing that I realized with Suicide Squad as a whole is that there are a bunch of odd parts put together. So both movies kind of nailed it when it came to representing what the Suicide Squad is. And that's just chaos. Because the movies are kind of chaotic. There's just a lot happening, and then it's so much going on visually. I think they both directors mimicked each other when it came to that, the chaoticness of just a lot happening. I do have a grudge with the time of the movie. I think it could have been 20 minutes shorter, preferably. I think it was some draggy parts that could have been cut out, which would have made the movie a little shorter. Other than that, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. It delivered it. It delivered the Suicide Squad, the chaotic group, the chaos. It delivered exactly what it was supposed to do, and I think it did it in a better way. It looks better to me visually. The gore is, like wow.
On point. Yeah.
It was like wow.
Yeah.
Like especially when Harley shot the dude that was supposed to that was trying to court her.
Yeah.
And I mean, even that was gruesome. I mean, the guy just bled out.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch the guy just die and bleed out.
Right there. Yeah.
I mean,
that was unexpected, and that was the thing about the whole movie. So
it was very audacious. Is a word. It was very audacious in its attempt to definitely say, yeah, we're an adult movie, and it was making that very clear. It was almost brazen about it, in a flamboyant way almost to me. This is my big takeaway from the movie that I took away from it. You always try to take away from everything you watch something to look forward to down the road. And I hate to admit this, man. I am very intrigued by the Peacemaker. I am very intrigued by the Peacemaker. I didn't expect I would be. I give the devil his due. John Cena was really great in this role. I think he was perfect for this role because he fits the role. Because Cena, the character, is the Peacemaker.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what like.
I think obviously the Peacemaker is an exaggerated version, but I think at his core, John Cena believes what the Peacemaker believes.
It's all about America. It's all about America first. You can't make America look like that was the main thing, like patriotism and all that stuff. It's like this John Cena.
Well, I'm confused with the Peacemaker. It is an America thing, right? Or is it just a morality thing? Like I think this is the right thing. That's the interesting part about the character because that peacemaking comes in conflict with morality. Approach Flag. They was facing off, and Flag was like, "Look, this right thing is to expose these to the people, let them know this, that, and the third.
Let them choose. Yep.
Let them choose." And Peacemaker's like, "Nah, fuck that, fuck them people. This is what it is. The objective is to cause the peace, but they don't know shit. Hey, those people will suffer. Make it clear. He's fine with that. Those people will suffer, but long as our people is fine, or the people that we're trying to protect, or whatever is fine, I'm okay with that, because that's, in his mind, causing the peace. He showed great reverence for flag. He didn't do that for anybody else. He's arrogant. He didn't even show reverence to Bloodsport, and he's a badass soldier. He didn't show him any reverence. He showed Flag reverence, like, because Flag served his country. He do whatever it takes. He sees some of himself in Flag, so he didn't want to fight him, not because he was afraid of him, because he respected him.
Right.
So that kill bothered him. He didn't want to kill him, but he had to do it. So his character is very dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So and that's a 10-minute, like, whatever with Cena. I was like, wow. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Because it was a character. I'm very impressed when they can cast people that fit characters to a T. When those characters are merged in reality with who those people really are. And you can see it through the screen. Just in how they act. And I mean, he's not even overacting, because he's the peacemaker.
Yeah.
He is the peacemaker.
Yeah.
He's a fucking douchebag. I mean, he is. I mean, that's what John is. He's a douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, perfect. So, that is the big nugget that I took from the entire film. You know,
keep
the
in
film
mind,
was
he wasn't
for
the
me.
first pick, though.
I think Cena is the one that kind of shined out of this for me. Because now I'm definitely looking forward to the Peacemaker series, because I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So that's if that was the objective, A+.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. If you trying to do things, we talk about booking, right? There's storylines, right? You book this, you book that. If I'm a wrestler booking this, the next thing is what? The Peacemaker.
Yeah.
We like, oh shit, he did live. Because you see me, I was asking, when I was texting, I was like, so I know the series is coming.
Yeah.
I literally watched it. I'm watching, I got the credits rolling, and I'm like, what? You know what I mean? What's going on? I mean, literally, it got to like the end, and JB texts me back, end of credits. Like, relax, bro. End of credits.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so he did live. So you know, because I knew he lived, because they didn't really show him. Because the whole film they showed, because again, we talk about it being a gory film. They showed motherfuckers when they died, you knew they was dead. There was no denying it. Whether it was Boomerang Holmes, Polka Dot Holmes, when they died, you knew it.
Now, your take of Peacemaker, I will say this, as far as the actor, the first actor that he really wanted, and I'm talking about James, he wanted David Bautista. But David was actually doing the Snyder movie on Netflix, the zombie one. So it messed
I'm
with
glad it worked out
production.
this way. I'm glad it worked out this way.
I
think Cena's just...
Cena's perfect. He actually looks like the comic book character.
Davy's too cool to play fucking the Peacemaker. He's too cool.
But to be honest with you, the reason why he didn't like Bloodsport, it's due to the fact that he was a mercenary. He wasn't a soldier. He was a mercenary. So he doesn't respect them. Hence why he says you kill for money. Peacemaker feels he kills.
Did say that. He said that in the beginning.
Yeah. Peacemaker, he kills for the country, for the USA. And that's what he says, you know, if he has to eat dicks, if the beach was full of dicks and he had to eat dicks, he would do it for his country, because that's you know what I'm saying? That's what he was told to do. So for him, he's all about dicks. Yeah, you know, he bag of dicks, you know, like that's his motto. Like that's what he lives by. Like if he has to kill children because who's ever in charge, whoever's his commander tells him go kill these kids, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, see,
That
and that's the
that's
the
the
moral line. See, and
exactly.
that's what the
He
series.
has none.
Yeah. How,
He has
see,
no
there's so
morals.
many layers you could play on that if you're doing a series. Does
Well, don't
does he
forget too. I
eventually
think he
grow and
when they
learn how to, you know what I mean?
no, he's not gonna. I
Decide.
mean, don't you have to realize too? I don't think he remembers what happened because remember,
Oh,
those two. Remember, they said it that lucky to be alive, and that's why those I forgot. Well, they didn't even say their names. They mentioned we can't tell Waller about this. So he's probably gonna wake up and not know what the fuck.
you know, obviously one of your goals was to set up the Peacemaker, and they did a great job of that because I'm interested in him now.
Right.
I didn't go in interested about. I didn't go in interested. Now I left interested,
Right.
and that's exactly what they wanted.
I think they wanted you interested in the movie itself and the whole Peacemaker thing as well. You know, is that because when it comes to HBO Max, that's their Disney Plus. You know, so um but I will definitely say the movie for me was I thought it was very well done. I thought the movie brought a lot of I love the goriness. Like because they're not a fan. They're not like the perfect team. They're a misfit team. Pretty much, they're like all thrown together. Like and we know that they're gonna make mistakes. And I thought for me, Bloodsport for me would look. I mean, he was beyond what my expectations for him. I didn't think he was going to look that dope. I'm actually more interested in the character in the actual comic book now after the movie. To be honest with you, I didn't know
They
much
cast
about
it
before. I
perfectly.
wasn't
They cast it perfectly.
right because the Suicide Squad they always change their character.
I love Idris Elba.
Yeah. Oh, yeah he did it. They all of
Like
them did.
the thing with Idris that I respect even more about him is that he's not only a great actor, like he's a legit badass.
I thought the casting was all great. Like
Like
I
he
it was that was no one I was. I thought they all stood out amongst the. I thought they all did great. Like we already know, Harley Quinn. She's perfect. Like Margaret is perfect, and I thought the rest of the cast all stood out on their own as well. Like no one, no one slacked, no one lacked, no one. They were just all amazing, man. Uh, to me, the movie itself. It was the reason why I say it was well done, it was because it left a lot of openings for if Zack Snyder decide if he Zack Snyder because I didn't even know Zack Snyder actually executive produced the movie as well. Like I didn't even know that. So to me it made sense of leaving mad fucking holes in this movie. You're like, okay, so
mm,
like it started off, you see how Amanda basically sets up this trap to kill off the first Suicide Squad. It's like basically killing off David Ares' Suicide Squad, almost like, but it wasn't his members, but it was like almost killing off like that movie, right? But like Boomerang was a big part of that movie, so killing him off was like that was like almost like an end of that era, but
yeah.
it left holes uh, openings for Zack Snyder's because you see Harley made it and Flag made it. You were like, okay, like there's still characters, and then on top of that, none of David like we still Enchanted. Like there's other characters, Diablo, all
Yeah.
those guys are still, what I'm saying, still available to if they
Yes.
want to do that. So it's like, okay, you left a big piece open, and then you bring in these new characters that were awesome, like Peacemaker,
Yeah.
the what's her name, the rat catcher,
Yeah.
uh, and
Polka
and
dot man.
yeah, Polka Dot Man. But me personally, I personally love probably Weasel the most because Weasel
Hmm.
is
Oh my god.
Weasel was such a like it was perfect. It was so well done. How Weasel was like from licking the glass to how he at the end weaseled his way out of it. Like we don't know from the Weasel if that shit was even planned. You know what I mean? But that's what a Weasel does. Like Weasel does little shit like that. You know what I mean? So it was like
Hmm.
oh, it's like it was so well done. I just thought like I was like in how he squirmied his little ass away. Like I was just like so impressed with that shit. Uh, like you know,
I just want to see him do something. I still don't know what he does.
you
Like
still know he does, but he eats children. Like we know
I
that.
know.
Like this
I know he
motherfucker
eats
disgusting.
children.
The weasel, he eats children. Like you don't want that motherfucker around. He's fucking ugh. Like you see that, you will see some shit like that, you will fucking fear for your life. Like you will feel for
I
your
would probably think about blowing its brains out
yeah, exactly. So like
before it eats my brains.
yeah, it's just like what the fuck. So that to me was like amazing how they captured that weasel and how Amanda was just how she was just setting up everybody, how she set them all up to just die, and that was just for that. That was just basically for the so they could get ambushed and so the other team could get in. Um, That just shows you her pretty much she's ruthless. She does whatever she has to do to what she believes to protect the United States or the planet. She's just ruthless in her ways. Is it bad tactics? Because she's like, yo, listen, y'all superheroes are like, you guys really aren't shit. You know what I mean? Like you guys are expendable to me. Like I really think you guys are expendable. So like let's just put you guys to the test. If you guys pass, and then you guys live. But if you guys don't, then you guys are gonna die. Like that's it. Like she pretty much as a human being is just like I don't give a fuck about your super ability. At the end of the day, it's about saving the planet, and I'm still controlling. I'm still smarter than you. It's really no different from the Joker character. You know what I mean? Is she's just the same thing. They're no different. Um, they have no superpowers, but at the end of the day, mentally mentally they're smarter than the superheroes, and she knows that. Like she really knows her super ability is her smart her brain, and that is I mean that is really our superpower, and they show her how she's just ruthless, man. Like I mean when she even got Bloodsport's daughter involved, like she
Yeah, that
she's like I will kill her.
even even the guys and the people, her people that's working underneath her, were just like,
Yeah, they know she's
damn.
like she's ruthless and she doesn't play, and that's her character. Batman even knows it. She does not play around. She's not one to play
Well,
with.
okay, damn it, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point you just made there because again, being comic accurate, we knew that Amanda Waller was kind of, you know, vicious in the first um, version of Suicide Squad. We had hints of that, obviously that's when we seen the, you know, bomb implants put into the brain and, just how she carries herself, how she talks. She's, not to be messed with. And but we never seen it actually manifested until she basically threatened this man's teenage daughter. Like that's the monster side we didn't see in the first one.
She did
What
the
I'm
same
saying?
thing in the first one. She did the same thing in the first one. Don't forget,
Threaten the life
you're you're
of.
you're forgetting Deadshot.
Yeah,
She
I
but
don't
she
remember her
used she
threatening the
used
girl life.
not
Like she
well
was
it threatened
explicit
that,
in
but
this
it's
one.
there's a difference though. Like one of the reasons why this one was a little bit more direct was because of the fact that she stole. She actually did something wrong. She actually threatened Deadshot using his daughter, who was innocent from the get go.
she in part one, she more used him like
And
you would never see your daughter again.
as
Where
a
this one,
pawn,
Amanda
exactly
was
as a
like,
pawn.
yo, I'll fucking kill her. Like that's where
Well, it's
that.
more, not really more kill. Like, yo, she did something wrong, and I'm gonna kill her. That standpoint. You see, that's where I look at both vicious.
No,
She
see, that's
used
what I feel like in this
no,
one. She
she
said she.
no, she used her because remember, if she didn't steal, she wouldn't be using her. She
she
had to use the fact that she stole at 16 to put her in jail for life.
yeah,
And
but
you're
she
never
also
going to see your
mentioned that
daughter because she was
she
like,
would
"You're going to
kill
see
her.
your daughter." She didn't threaten to kill. No, she threatened by saying, "You're going to see your daughter here."
No, but
Remember,
then she
go
said,
back.
remember, in part, in this one, she said, remember, he said, you wouldn't really, her, even the assistant said, you really kill her, right? And she said, she emphasized, she said, you really wouldn't know what I would do. Like, show, Amanda,
But
no,
but
she
that was towards
emphasized two
again. That
things.
was
She
towards
said
yeah. She
she
did.
emphasized two things in this movie, where in part one, she emphasized one thing with Deadshot. She emphasized in
You know,
Deadshot that there's going to be a separation, like a clear separation from your
she
daughter.
did both. Yeah, she did a choice in it. But
Right.
I'm agreeing with you guys. What I'm saying is, I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm not dismissing you guys. I'm agreeing. What I'm saying is, I like the fact that she did in this movie, which was perfect, was she didn't threaten right away. Remember, she thought she was 14. That's like the worst father of the year right there. You're not
Yeah.
gonna charge her. You're not gonna charge her. You're gonna charge her with juvenile. No, she's 16. You'll see her here.
Yeah. So
Then threatened when it came down. What was it? When they were gonna bandit the mission. I forgot what incident. That's when she threatened. But her initiative was, oh yeah, she's gonna join you. She's gonna be right next to the bunk, right next to you. That was
here,
her initiative.
here's the
That was
thing.
the initiative.
Here's the thing, though, and that makes DC so well. And this is why I say, like,
It
I'm
makes
just,
DC comics well. It doesn't make their movies well.
well, no, it can make their movies well. It really can, because this is why I'm
It
saying.
can, but there's no direction with them.
This is what I'm saying, though. This is, but they have a direct, they have a direction they can go, and this is why I'm saying this. They have a direction where they can go. It's just that they need to have, and honestly, dude, this just shows. This just shows right here, and this is what we talked about in our previous videos. We always talked about Zack Snyder. We're like, yo, Zack Snyder, man, like movies are great, but like he just needs that person that probably helps him with the writing part, because that's what DC, the whole WB, what they're probably looking for is that little comedy shit or whatever. James Gunn brings that. Like, look what he brought with this movie. Like, he could bring that and then bring that with the dark DC image with the
Yeah.
DC. He did a great job with it.
Hey, listen,
This
he
is a
he
clear
introduced the
sample.
gore already.
This is a clear sample of what DC fans want. Clear that Marvel can't bring. They just can't. I'm sorry, dude. Like this is what you wanted as a DC fan, because Zack Snyder could give you Justice League and say, boom, you don't have to get the gore part, but you're gonna get some real shit. But you
He made
can't.
it cool. He made it funny to see Pete Davidson's character's face blown off.
So
Like
dope.
they
Yeah,
showed it. I
that's what I'm
seen
saying.
it.
That's what I'm
I
saying. Like
seen it.
right off the rip, the first rip. Yo, I said to JB, while I was talking to JB about this, I said, JB, when that right off the rip, they showed you his face getting blown off. That let me know off the rip, oh, we going there. Like as a movie, and then as a DC fan, I'm looking at this. I'm like, yo, this is shit that I read in the comic books. Like this is shit because DC brings this shit there, and this is what James Gunn did. He brought it there. That's why it was not just was it comic accurate. My personal opinion, it wasn't just comic accurate um to Suicide Squad. It was comic accurate to DC Comics, because this is that whole dark image stuff that we've been asking for. We got it with one side with Zack Snyder that kids can watch, but this is DC's Deadpool. You get what I'm saying? Like this is the way but they could go this way with many characters with it because this is DC. This is generally what they are. And this is why this movie to me did so well is because this is and maybe I'm maybe a little bit early saying this shit, but it's almost the second coming of the Dark Knight. And why I'm saying this is because as a actual team movie rated R, it's the first of its kind. It's the first,
Okay, yeah, okay.
and it did beyond my opinion, it did beyond my expectations because I did not see. I thought just we was going to see goriness and then that. No, we got a really good plot that can open a whole universe. We could see Suicide Squad versus Justice League. I could see it.
Yeah,
Like I could see Harley talking to Wonder Woman.
yeah,
Like and just seeing executive producer Zack Snyder there. Zack Snyder sees these two teams. He could see this happen. This all can play a part if it was to happen. But so I'm watching, like I said, I was watching the movie. I was just like beyond impressed about how well played everything was. Because if Zack Snyder, going back to what I was talking about earlier, if Zack Snyder has his boy that he could write with, not just this movie, not this is not Suicide Squad movies, but let's just say Justice League. You know what I mean? Let's just say whatever. You know what I mean? Let's just say Limbo. You know what I mean? Like think outside the box of what the fuck like there's
yeah,
beyond shit like so this is where to me you need to show if there's any hope. We thought it was just Zack Snyder and Justice League. No, watching Suicide Squad, it's like, yo, dude, what else do y'all fucking need, dude? Like, cause this was so well played, I thought, and if it's something where like, yo, listen, I could, if they're like, yo, how can you mix in Marvel universe and DC universe, where it's like for people who don't understand the comic book world, the comedy shit, all that shit with
that's a
DC
perfect
dark shit.
segue. Yeah.
So this is a perfect example of that
Hmm.
because you guys pretty much didn't get the comic accurateness of Zack Snyder. So because you're not a true comic book fan, so let me bring it to you this way. James
Yeah.
Gunn, you already understand the Guardian of the Galaxy theme, but I'm still going to give you the dark DC image, comic accurate stuff. But this is just a sample of what I can do futuristic with this universe if you trust myself and Zack Snyder. That has to be put on the platter to them, to people who just don't understand this comic book world. And that movie to me was just a perfect example of it. Like just watching, I was just like, bravo, just fucking bravo. Like there's nothing else to me that movie like could have done. It was just like, yo, I'm fed. I'm finished. I ate. I saw what was on the menu. I knew it was on the menu. I when I ate it, I had all my expectations were fulfilled. I don't even need dessert, but you gave me dessert with the other part, and I'm good. Like I'm totally good with it. That's
Now
exactly how I
that
felt.
that that made me think. As you were explaining, like it made me think. And JB said earlier, as far as James Gunn is concerned, and how James Gunn seems to be having great, all this currency with the Warner regime that Snyder didn't even have. Like they're pretty much rolling out the red carpet for him, and obviously he's getting all of these, currencies because his success over at Marvel, over at the mothership. So if you've had that success over at the mothership, you pretty much can call the shot. So call your shot over at DC. He's like, look, I'm proven already. I did this over here, and matter of fact, they still want me. Like, I'm still doing things over here. So he has a different kind of power that even Snyder doesn't have, or didn't have, and still doesn't have. Because of what he's already done at Marvel and what he's doing to this day. He's still involved. So it made me think, is it possible that they essentially fired Snyder because they're replacing him with James Gunn?
There's no DCU anymore. So the vision,
No, I don't care about there's no universe. I'm just talking about the way they shoot everything going forward. Where it looked like this. I don't care if it's connected or not, but would it look like this?
You're going to have the Batterson that's going to be grit all the way. And that movie.
Yeah, but will they add the? I'm saying will it be shot in this light, where we'll have some of the grit, the comedy,
it's going to be shot the way that Chad and I like, which is dark. The Riddler, Chad could back me up on this. The Riddler is not even fucking hilarious in this movie. No, that dude is psychotic. He's psychotic. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's no MCU vibe to what Warner Brothers is doing because there's no path, there's no direction. See, I will agree with you if there was a direction where you have solo movies that are different and there's one quote-unquote team that brings it together. If you think of the MCU, every film, every series is different, but the only thing you have that connects it is the Avengers, where the DC Warner Brothers, you had the DC universe where you had your solo movies and then they bring it together and then whatever. So to tell you that, it's going to be shot like James Gunn, no. James Gunn is just doing Suicide just like he does Guardians because that's the vibe he has with those type of movies. Like Chad says, it was very comical, meaning it was very true to its comics from like the 80s and 90s. James Gunn didn't do the newer New 52 that you and I were discussing before Chad came back on. The New 52 version of the Suicide Squad ain't funny. It's more serious. They're functional, but they're more deadly. You got Killer Frost. You got Deathshot, Bloodsport. You don't have that one character that could bring humor except Harley Quinn. You see what I'm saying? What James Gunn did, he went ahead and he went to like the childhood where you pick up a comic book from the 90s or the 80s and you have those weird no-name villains inside a squad that you could pick fun of. So to tell you, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have James Gunn as the new Snyder. I can't because that's not the direction where the movies are going because every movie is different. You're going to have Joker 2 that's going to come out and it's going to be where it was Phillips. The first movie. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have...
who's directing that? Is Todd Phillips?
Phillips. Yeah. Todd Phillips, and then you have Matt Reeves doing Batman, which is more serious. Yeah. Every movie is different. That's why I keep saying MCU because
like maybe the shows. Like that's probably what I meant.
Well, the shows
like
are different. I mean, the shows.
You think they'll?
Yeah, the shows are different. You're gonna have the tie-ins, which is gritty. You're gonna have Doom Patrol as your comedy. Your Doom Patrol is your television of the Suicide Squad. That's all.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm saying is that like the James Gunn, the director, just left a lot of holes, I believe, just in that movie. If it was to be an actual, if we were to still, if there was some hope, because again, just going based off of one movie, and maybe that's something that we do now as time goes on. We're very quick to say, okay, if this doesn't work out, then that's it. You know what I mean? But maybe there just needs to be more proof.
There has to be more.
You know what I mean?
Proof to the pudding. I think it has to be more of leadership in Warner Brothers, and that woman needs to be let go on the chair.
Well, first, no, I don't. But my thing is more proof to the pudding to show people who just don't understand the
By the way,
con
I think she'll be
world.
replaced by, by the time they fully merge into Discovery. So I think she'll be replaced by that time.
I think that there just needs like for some like
Prediction.
for some a company because all in all, it's just a company. I don't care who they have at the chair. It's just a company itself. They just don't know what to do with it. We
So
know
so
the bottom
so
line
then
needs to happen.
for you it's
Disney
more
needs.
of
We just
so
know that
that's
it
what I'm
happens.
saying.
Disney needs to
So
take
for that's what
over.
I'm gonna say.
The reality of it
Okay,
is
so for
that
you,
take over to that DC comic book world because
that's
creatively
what I'm saying. Okay,
Disney's
they
just on a
suck.
whole another level. They understand the details, they understand the artistry, they understand all that stuff when it comes to not just comic book world, just the creativity itself. Yo, they just get it. So we all like WB they're just not on that Disney level when it comes to that. Like
So again, for you, it's more of they need to just sell it. Not new leadership, just
that,
straight
yeah,
up sell.
they
Like you're
are.
done. You're done of whoever wants to take over. You don't
Yeah,
trust who's gonna take over. That's what I'm trying to get at. You don't trust who's
know
gonna
that.
take over.
We all know that. I mean, because again, personally, I don't think they should be filming the Flash movie. Just me, I don't film. I
That's
don't,
gonna be garbage.
but
That's gonna be
that's I rather
garbage.
prefer to see all. I like the sequence. I do like the. I prefer the sequence of order. Because I always believe DC could put out great movies, right? They put
And
out
we all
great.
know that.
They Suicide Squad to me is a great movie. Dark Knight to me is a great movie. Um, I personally did like The Dark Knight Rising. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. I thought the soundtrack was freaking awesome. I like Christopher Nolan's trilogy. Um, there's a
You're
couple.
not alone in that. I do too. You've had
Yeah, like
many battles, me and JB, about that.
And to what Chad is talking about, if anybody wants to know, I'm the hater of the Christopher Nolan movie. Just want to say there's only one film I like in that whole trilogy. Just to throw that out there. I'm the hater that don't like it.
I'm trying to think any. Oh, and then you already know the Joker movie itself was amazing. But like DC has they have movies. They just don't have
Direction.
cinema, a line of cinema movies that even like they just all pick up each other one by one by one. It's just a string of great movies. They just don't have it like that right now. So but they do have two movies that just can really open up their universe. This is their chance for their Iron Man saga to start. Granted, it's almost 13 years after, Tony Stark's Iron Man, but you still have a chance. And it's just like, man, if you guys could just give it to Zach and Zach, work with James Gunn or any other directors that that could just even those directors that worked with Shazam and Aquaman and trust Ben and seeing Deathstroke and if they could just trust that process, like just trust that process and let it happen. I truly believe the fans DC will see something special. And then if it all works out, we trust that process, and then if the fans really, this is what the fans really want. If DC just gets bought out by Disney, while that process is happening, or during that whole time, and they could still like somehow manage, Kevin could still how manage to say, "Hey, listen," or somehow it's just all this stuff is able to manage where we see this whole universe. I'm telling you, man, it's the DC characters alone are so special. Because my personal opinion, if you have Lex Luthor, Amanda Waller, and Joker together as villains, those three alone, they neither were all like just no superpowers, just all smarts. I don't believe there's a lot of people in both universe that could really fuck as villains. Like they those are some of the three smartest villains and ruthless, and they are just evil. You know what I mean? Like, but and they have no superpowers. It's they like they're some of my favorite villains. Like Lex Luthor to me, he's I like him. He's diabolical. I feel like he's just I just like his intelligence part, but I mean that damn Joker alone, man. Like he's just man. So again, I just think DC characters deserve more. They deserve more. They just really do deserve more. Like, and they just deserve more direction. We deserve as a fans to see them. You know, we see all this stuff, and these actors they're only going to get older, but we need to see the universe both on screen and in the HBO Max for DC happen. And this movie to me was not I really wish I kind of almost didn't see this because it makes me want the DC universe even more. Because I'm just like, damn, there's so much stuff we could still see. Like, there's so much stuff. Like, we could see King
I
Shark
did like
versus
Calendar Man. I got
Aquaman.
King Shark definitely intrigued me. I didn't add him into my
he
nuggets.
intrigued me, but
He
I
was a
need
smaller
more.
nugget in
Yeah,
the
I like the
Peacemaker one
Calendar
for me,
Man.
because I like the Peacemaker and his dynamics and where they can go with his character as far as how he grows as a person. You could
Yeah,
just go so many direct because his viewpoint, you understand it, but it's not right. It needs to be altered a little bit.
You're
And
forgetting though. They showed the
how does
count.
he find his way to altering essentially his morality into how he decides to make a decision? That is going to be if they add that late, because that's what I'm thinking about
yeah,
as I'm watching the character. Hopefully, whoever's directing it is adding those layers into that character as well as you start to see every single episode. Because he's going to be faced with these same dilemmas
yep,
where, you know, the girl, do you kill the girl or you let the girl go? Like those scenarios will be interesting. Those layers will be interesting uh, as those scenes come
yep.
up. So, but other than that, King Shark is definitely. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I
And
mean,
the
he's
part,
very interesting. I can definitely see the kids. I didn't go see it live, or I wasn't, whatever. But I can assure you, kids will be into King Shark.
oh yeah.
I would, if I was a kid, I would be into King Shark.
You know the part that you
So,
know the part that I was very intrigued to. We go back to Harley Quinn. Like we forget that Harley Quinn is like, oh man, my two favorite Harley Quinn moments. Everybody love the fighting scene. I love the pre song. She's singing the song like I'm so sad. What is it? So sad and lonely, I believe. And she's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
played the song when she was fighting the dudes. I was just like, this is so well done, and she's banging the motherfucker's head against the forgive. Oh, man, it was so well done. Uh,
She's she's a incredible
but
fighter.
my favorite part in that movie was my favorite funny part of Harley was she was like, "I'm walking back and forth." I was done. When she said that when they was talking to the what was it, the thinker, the brand dude, he was like, she was like, they were giving him all these like orders, all these like rules and stuff, and she was like, if you even cough, you will be, you'll basically be killed. He's basically, and she was like, I am pacing back and forth. I went to movie theaters. I almost pissed my pants when I heard that shit. I thought that shit because that's Harley Quinn. She just be saying some random off the chain shit. Like you can't. Harley Quinn and Joker and Deadpool are, and I guess you could say Lobo too, but they're just very random characters. Like very very random. Like they're just like beyond. You can't control them because they can't control themselves. That's the part is so scary about Harley. So like, when she said that, I was like, "Yo, Margaret's like she's so into this character. It's not even funny, and like she's just gonna keep getting better and better and better and better."
Can
But
I just say one thing about
yeah,
Harley? Can we just
He
let her
respects
have
the
her freaking
responsibility of that character.
wait? Hold on. Can we just have her for once in a freaking movie? Give her or let her stay in her tradition fucking look. I hate that they bash and they butcher those looks.
I'm gonna
I
be honest with
really
you.
want. I know you're gonna be like you're okay with it, but
No,
no, I
no,
want that look that she had in the beginning of the movie. She should have had that throughout the whole damn movie until maybe the last ending.
I don't
I-
think they want to do it because
because
they
they're whack.
no, it's not that.
Whack.
Why do it if you don't have a direction? Why give
Chad,
everything if
listen,
you don't have
let's
a
let
direction?
Chad,
Like
let's be honest. They're never gonna get a direction, man. That's it.
no,
That's it.
but you
Let's
don't.
let's
But you don't
let's
see.
they're not gonna have a
Now,
direction,
see,
man.
I will jump in there. I'll
They're
jump in
not.
there. I'll jump in there. I'll jump in there. I'll jump in here at this point because here's me. It's corporate Chuck, right? I'm putting on corporate Chuck hat. The big elephant in the room that I tried to mention previously is the fact that this company is merging with Discovery. So it's not going to matter what the fuck Time Warner executives think now because whatever they think now or whatever the hell is happening right now might not be happening next year. Because this merger is going through, and that means Discovery people are going to be involved in the tent as well now. So whatever's flying over there ain't going to be flying when Discovery come in. Is that a good thing? Time will tell. We don't know. But we do know this. In corporate mergers, shit changes. Executives change. That's just the way it goes. I was part of that
Mm-hmm.
in my personal life, and this is how it goes in corporate America. Once the merger comes in, don't be surprised if homegirl is not removed. I would be stunned if she's still in place. She'd probably be removed, or at the least, at the bare minimum, she will have somebody that she has to report to. Because if, from what I'm thinking, reading up on it and knowing a little bit about it, I'm thinking that Discovery might end up having some kind of uh, they have to report to them. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how this shakes out. You know what I'm saying? Like Discovery might want other things. They might say, "Hey, what's going on with Snyder?
Listen, I just want her
What's
to get
going
her.
on with
I
Ayers?
just
What's
want her
going
to
on?"
have.
So
Same.
Listen,
we don't
I
know
just want
what
her
the
to
hell
have
is
her
going to
look.
happen.
Here's
The
what I'm
point is,
saying.
we
I just
don't know
want her to
what the
have
hell
her
is going to
look.
happen with
But you
Warner,
why
DC, in
her
the
the
next few 6 months. We
I
don't
just
even
want
know.
her to
why
have her
why
look.
give her the whole look if you're not giving me your full undivided attention into to my fucking universe?
Bro,
Don't
that's like
the
saying that
whole
Superman
shebang.
should have his
Don't
look
give
or
me
any
the
or
whole shebang if you're not committed to the universe. When you commit to the universe, you get full DC universe. I think it's again, Zack Snyder signed off on this shit. He ain't no dummy. Zack ain't no dummy. He's like, yo, listen, we gonna give him this movie, but we ain't gonna give him a taste. Zack ain't no dummy, yo. When I did not know until I read that
I'm
credit
telling you,
that
I
Zack,
don't think it was Zach. I think it was just Warner Brothers.
man, I'm trying to tell you, Zack, when I saw that Justice League, Zack follows comic book accurate shit.
Oh, I
He's
know
no
that.
dummy. Zach follows shit, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Zach, he is to the fucking T on that shit. Like it was beyond impressive of that director's cut. I mean, shit that I like, yo, pulling back shit. This dude ain't no dummy. When you read when you see the interviews, he's like, man, listen, man. Why am I gonna sit there and give him my undivided stuff if if I don't know what they're gonna do with my stuff? Hey, and then if I could work with someone who knows James Gunn didn't work with Marvel. He knows how when your artistry is put out there and given to people who don't even appreciate your shit. They're just gonna put it out there, and when your artistry is just put out there for people who you could put amounts time on it for people who just will put your shit out there and don't care for it and it'll be done within seconds. No, you have to be very carefully planned with your shit. And I would not be surprised if Zach was just like, nah, man, give him a taste of the outfit. But at the end, you see it. She's in the red dress. Why let her bang out in her whole outfit for what? Because this film in this universe is nothing yet. It's absolutely nothing yet. You guys haven't committed to the DC universe. So I'm not
Personally, I don't think it was him. I just think it was Warner Brothers that don't allow them to keep it.
either way. I think we don't need to see that full suit yet until they make a commitment. Because I want to see that full suit with a full fucking Joker next to her.
Well, we
How,
ain't gonna be allowed to see that.
how about that? How you don't know? We
No,
don't we don't know.
I don't got faith in Warner Brothers
I
until I
will
see somebody buys it.
that movie to me definitely like I said, I watched that movie already 3 times. Once I found out that shit was on HBO Max for free, I already done watched that shit 3 times. They are at full back front to back. Yo, this shit is such a good movie. And I think you have Suicide Squad, you have Doom Patrol. Those are 2 teams in the DC universe to me right now that are fucking great. That are actually or just as relatable, not more relatable, but just as relatable. You could say for some of them, I mean, Doom Patrol was really fucking relatable to people. Like Doom Patrol was really relatable to people. And then you look at this shit, man. I don't know, man. I'm just very impressed with DC teams. DC teams, and I haven't even touched the Teen Titans. Y'all been talking about Teen Titans for a minute. I haven't even touched on Teen Titans. 'Cause I'm not even a big Teen Titans person. Their
Get on
team
Teen Titans, bro.
good, man. Their teams are
Chad,
good,
Chad, Chad, Chad don't know about Titans. That's the problem. He knows about
but we only got
the
The
Avengers.
front
theme
the
music
Okay,
alone. The theme
Avengers.
he
music
just knows
alone.
about the teams that are
Remember,
functional.
we got only Avengers, but we only got Avengers with Marvel. Now, don't get me
No,
wrong,
these cookies
very good.
slap.
Don't get me wrong, very good team. Now we're going to get Thunderbolts. But what I'm saying to you is, I don't believe DC teams get enough props because those are 3 good. If you're saying Titans, I got to jump on that. But these 2 teams alone,
I mean, you waiting too
then
long, man. The new season comes out on Thursday.
you have to see. Then you have to say Justice League, Zack Snyder. So you have Justice League, Zack Snyder, Suicide Squad, Doom Patrol, and then Team Titans.
Yeah, but okay. Let's stop though. Let's be honest. You gotta talk. MCU is if you're comparing the cinematic to MCU, we
No,
can't put Doom Patrol. Let's not get it twisted
Why can't we put Doom Patrol?
because that's not part of the DC universe. That's only television. They're not combined.
It's part of DC Universe, though.
Huh?
Yes, it is. It's part of DC
It's
Universe.
not. It's not. Okay, you're talking about comics. We're not talking.
Well, no,
Remember.
because no, remember,
No. Hold on though. Let's. If you want to be, we're not talking about comics are a team up in the DC. Now you're talking about comics in the DC, or we're talking about teams. Are let me rephrase that.
okay, they're a television program, but could you see that? Could you see Doom Patrol in the cinematic universe?
Me personally,
I mean,
not with
I don't
not
know.
not not with
I'm
who's
gonna tell
owning
you,
it. No.
Doom Patrol, I could see. I don't know about Team Titans because I don't feel like they're acting, and this is what bothers me with Team Titans. I don't feel like that. I feel like the Team Titans acting is so cheap. Yeah, is kind of what's the television program? UPN or
CW.
CW? I feel like the
It's
act.
not. You know what? I thought it would be.
I was gonna
that's
say you
that
can't knock it. Don't you can
JB. Remember?
exactly. Thank
See,
you.
I feel like
Go
Swamp.
on, Chuck.
I feel like
It's
Swamp.
darker than I thought it would be.
I feel like Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol, acting.
Trust me. Give it a chance. It's darker than you think it is.
See,
I was surprised.
I'm gonna watch and wait. I'm gonna watch it, but I was while I'm watching season one, I was just not very impressed. It was to me, you know what it was? It was season one of Iron Fist.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't very impressed with it. But the same you said the same thing with season two with Teen Titans as I said the same thing with Iron Fist with season two. It picked the fuck up. So maybe you're right. They're the same thing. You know what I mean? Like
Sometimes it be like that, It's that it goes back to what I be saying, what I said to about my original point with Suicide Squad is that I just wished it was 15, 20 minutes shorter. Because it's just the filler.
yeah, because I thought Swamp Thing and Doom Patrol, they were strong with their acting and their imagery and they were just very strong with it. And they did such an amazing job. Like I thought I thought Doom Patrol was a total mind fuck. Like you have to watch Doom Patrol. You can't watch Doom Patrol just one season, one time.
Well, for me, Doom Patrol second season, I wasn't a fan of the first.
Oh, the second.
So,
The first
Yeah, the first one. Oh my god.
Yeah, the second season was for me, not the first.
I don't know.
First one didn't get good until
The
the
like
eighth
towards the
episode.
end. Yeah, like the second season, hands down the best one. First season, if it wasn't for you to talk me into it, I gave up after like the first two episodes. I remember I gave
No,
up on it. For
what's that
me,
episode? I forgot the episode where it went into this chick's mind. That was
Oh,
that's
when
when it
that's
started
what
picking
saved it.
up.
That because
Yeah,
you
that's
could
what I'm
it
saying.
was I
Like,
said this to you before. I think it was like you could clearly see there was a creative difference.
difference. Mm-hmm.
There was whoever was doing whatever, they
yep.
didn't know what the
You know
fuck
what?
they was
You know
doing.
what? Just reminding me. You want to talk about shows that are not connected to the universe? This is a good example. Titans and Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing were actually attacking Netflix's um, Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil, and Jessica Jones. That's the best comparison. Just came into my head right now.
Yeah, but
That was
Titans
what they
had the
were attacking.
crossover with Doom Patrol. They had the
No,
crossover.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was that when remember when they made those series, it was on the DCU app when
Yeah,
Netflix was still having Iron Fist and all that. So that was their creativity was going against that.
yeah. And the thing is, yeah, exactly. And the thing is that if that was to happen now remember, we probably are still going to get the Catwoman series. That's one thing we're probably going to still get. So that's going to happen. We
They got to roll out all the stops.
Yeah, you got to do the Catwoman series and because what's her name Zoe, she's definitely gonna get her shining light soon. And especially if she does well in this Batman movie, she's gonna get that. Uh, but going back to the thing about I wanted to say about Harley Quinn real quick. The thing I loved about that is when she killed what's the villain's name that she killed the boss? I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Uh,
The Presidente.
President, yeah. So when she killed him, we always forget like Harley is a freaking like she was a former psychologist.
By
Like,
the way, you proved my point just now.
what's that?
And not my point right now. You know how we were talking about, and it reminded me when I saw it the second time because we had that conversation.
Mm.
She does things for love.
Well, yeah, she does things for love, but what I'm saying to you when we're talking about the Poison Ivy thing in the 90s in the cartoon, it wasn't always based off of love though. She does things
Well,
for
they
love.
can't remember they couldn't push that you know what the bisexual shit back
No, it
then.
wasn't pushing the bisexual. It was just her Harley being like more of a like I like I'm independent. I could do my own thing. Like I don't need a man. Period. I could just do my own thing. Like it was like more of like pushing like the independentness of a
Yeah.
female thing. Wasn't it had nothing to even do with a man. It was just more of like we could do our own thing as women. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she was breaking up with a Joker or anything. It was just like she fucked with Harley fucked with Poison Ivy fucked with Harley, and it was just like we're doing our own thing. But the thing I was gonna say was that when she's a psychologist, you forget she's a psychologist, and when she had that moment where she shot the Presidente, uh, she pretty much read him right off the rip before they even had sex. She read him. That's the feeling I got from that. I don't know if you guys did, but I felt like there's a point in time where she was just like, oh, we're doing this
When
shit
he
again.
stepped out the pool or
Yeah,
the,
it was
the
before
sauna or whatever.
after the pool.
No, when she mentioned the kid
Yeah, it was something about the kid part, and then like I felt
killing.
like I felt like she had sex with him just to get her nut off. Like, all right, like, cause
Well,
that's
yeah, I mean,
it was just like more of
when
like
does
she was
she
like,
have the chance to do that?
but she knew in the back of her mind, she was like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, we
I'm
didn't
like,
know yet.
yeah, but she
We
knew,
didn't know yet.
she
She
knew,
always knew.
she knew, cause she was like, cause there was a part where she was just like, oh, and to me, I don't know, maybe because I follow Harley a little bit. Like, I really think I love Harley and Joker. I really do. But like, there's a part where Harley, like, you really know she's not fucking dumb, and she's only dumb, like JB says, is around love
She she's
Joker.
not dumb.
So she's dumb. Yeah, she's dumb around her love for Joker because she always keeps falling for his shit,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And that's the part where she falls,
The
and
one
she
true love.
but she's not dumb. Like she's not dumb at all. And so like when she like shot him, before that I kind of like I knew she was gonna do something to him, but I didn't think she was gonna kill him that fast though. And that's the theme. I think that was the theme of the whole movie. It was a lot
It
of
was it was ruthless though.
there's a
The way
lot
she
of
did it, it
unexpected
was really
deaths.
ruthless.
Yeah, a lot of unexpected deaths, and
And
that's
let
why.
him let out too.
Yeah,
That's the worst way to go out. She wanted it. She wanted him to die slow.
yeah. She definitely did. And man, I was not. I like I said, I thought she was going to do something to him. I just didn't think it was going to be that fast. I was like, oh man, she shot him. I
See,
said,
those parts were
shit.
fast when they were killing people off. Those parts were fast.
Yeah.
That just could have made those storylines go a little faster, and it would have matched the deaths.
I was like, shit, man. She just shot him like nothing, like. And then she was like, oh, I was like, then this is go again to Harley, her
That
crazy.
great moment, yeah, right there. Like you
There's
guys
a
are
bullet. No, she was like,
people
there ain't
trying to
no
save
bullet.
me.
Yeah, no, when she was like, I didn't know there was a bullet in here. Oh, I was surprised there's a bullet in here. It's like, yo, Harley, you have a fucking gun. Like, you should always know there's possibly a bullet in there. It's like, it just shows
Uh-huh.
you. Well, again, those are my two favorite parts. It was when she was on the rooftop and she was like, I am walking back and forth. That's my favorite part. And then, yeah, when she shot him, it just shows you how, like, Harley's crazy, man. You gotta be careful around Harley, man.
She's off the chain, man. Like, but again, it's like again,
Like, she's carrying these.
she's the
Like, Margaret,
superstar.
Margaret's
She's
carrying.
your
The
Robert
group.
Downey Jr. of
Yeah,
Warner
she
Brothers.
really is carrying DC like right off her back. Like she's carrying them,
Yeah,
dude. Like
I
like
mean, now she is. Now she is. I mean,
like she's
it
the only
was it was Gal. It was Gal for a little bit, and
No, it
now
was supposed
Gal
to
is
be Henry.
definitely.
It was supposed to be Henry. Remember?
Yeah, then Gal took it, and that was unexpectedly. They didn't expect Wonder Woman to be as big as it was, and
Not the
she
second
took
one.
it.
Not
she
that
took
She
it.
garbage.
took it for a little bit, and
She
now
took
it's
it.
for sure Margot Robbie right now.
She took it until Wonder Woman 2. That's
Hmm
1984. Yeah,
oh
that
that was
was like
that hurt her.
that
That
shit was
movie hurt her.
horrible.
Like the she
All
still could
this
have cheated.
weird.
She
I
still
don't
could
know
have
what the
cheated.
hell that was.
It was just too much political and
Garbage.
That's what the problem was. It was too much political announcement on that movie instead of being about the fucking movie. That's what Wonder Woman, the first one, was about. It was about.
It was a lot of theater in that shit.
There was a lot of too much
soaring in the sky
shit.
and feeling.
It was
what are
too
we doing?
like
you feminized her too much.
Yo, just talk about the fucking movie. Just talk about Wonder Woman, the character. Like, yo,
you made her less strong.
Yeah, yo,
you
so,
like
so
you butchered Cheetah.
In your ridiculous way of trying to make her empower her and make her strong, you weakened her. Like,
here's the thing.
Like, because I assure you, however they shot it, I assure you those directors went in there, or producers, writers, whatever, went in there thinking, we're going to do this with the intent of
it was the same
making her
woman.
empower her
it was the
and everything.
Same writers
and
from
empower
the first
women
movie.
and all of this crap, right?
Yeah,
Dude, it was the same writers from the first movie.
Patty Jenkins was the same writer, and they were the same people.
Same people, man.
But no, what's her name? Jenkins was part one and part two. Definitely the lead of that joint. And then I don't know if she was the lead of. I know she was lead of part one and part two, and I don't know if Diana was a contributor as this as well when it comes to executive producer in part two. But yeah, man, that part two one is what hurt her. I don't think nothing hurt Shazam. I think he's still in good.
Shazam, that movie is fucking great.
Yeah, I think
a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't talk about it.
I hate the childishness of it.
I think his part two is
that's comical correct.
That's exactly how he is.
You want to hold on. You want to talk? Hold on. We want to sit here and talk about being comic book correct with all these other movies.
For me.
And Shazam is the best part. I mean, if anything, he was more gritty than in the comics because he's a kid. He's a very kid. He's a very
the kid. He definitely
like, and they twisted it up because the kid version of Shazam is actually Superman's biggest fan.
Yeah.
Rather than in the movie, it's his.
This is
his brother.
Friend. Yeah, brother.
You know what I'm saying? The foster brother.
Yep.
So that's paying homage to like, okay, we can't make this kid very boyish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, you're thinking like, but that's very comic accurate. That is how Shazam is. They just made him more of the New 52 version where he's just more of that. I'm a foster kid. I don't want to be here. I want to be on my own. I want to find my family, my mom.
I think
that's what it was.
I think
that movie was fucking great.
I think if that Aquaman still has some leverage, but it depends on part two because if part two make it seems like that like this like what we all know what's going to happen is James' contract is out and they're just pretty much done with James. If that movie
he said he's out. He doesn't make sequels. This is the first movie he's ever done a sequel. He's not doing it again.
If that even has a theme, like I haven't even watched it, but you said to JB when it came to the last X-Men, you pretty much said you knew that they were just pretty much done with that whole series and saga. They pretty much let it all on the last one. Yeah.
However, I will say this though. They did play tribute to how the Phoenix really came about. I will say that. Everybody wants to talk shit about it, but in the comics and in the animated series, they got on the damn freaking spaceship or whatever. They saved the astronauts, and that big wave came, and the Phoenix got inside Jean. I don't care. That movie sucked. I'll be the first to say it. It sucked. But they paid real tribute to who the Phoenix really was.
Right. Well, I'm saying
that's the only thing.
But you said like they pretty much you knew like in the movie they pretty much were like just they're going out
Yeah,
all nothing.
yeah.
Well,
They're rushing. They're like, fuck it, we're done anyways.
if Aquaman has that same vibe, then people are gonna know and they're just gonna be like
I
pissed
don't
off.
think it's a the thing is, it's I don't think they're gonna have that same vibe. What's gonna kill it is that because it's supposed to be darker and they're supposed to have the series of the trenches. I
That's
think that's gonna rub people the wrong way because again, the lady from Warner Brothers or DC, whatever her name is, canceled that series.
yeah, that
So we're
series
not getting the
just
trenches.
that
So
that series
again,
is just gonna be
you're
dope, man.
you're no, there's what do you mean? That's
Oh,
done. They're not doing it.
I said it would have been dope, man. That would have
Oh
been dope.
yeah, but that's again. We're gonna go watch the movie. It's gonna be dark, and we're gonna leave the theaters. The people that knew about it, they're gonna be like, "Damn, no trenches. Great movie,
Hmm.
but we're not gonna
So
look
what
at the
we're so what
trenches."
I'm gathering is in closing to this
Warner Brothers
uh
sucks.
in this video in closing, nothing is going to come of after this really as far as the Suicide Squad, we still are in the same position where
What do
we're
you mean?
like, okay, we have a movie.
Oh yeah.
Some people think it's great, some people think it's good, whatever the case may be. But it all comes back to the original point of what we've made in previous times, and you've made on the video, this video now, JB. Is there's no direction. So
There's not. It's no
yeah, we
point.
have this, but okay, now we'll okay, that's inaccurate to a sense. Now that I think about it, there is a direction as far as you know, not cinematically. There's no direction. I mean, please, that's just forget that. That is a dream that is long past. But back to the small screen, the television. The path is now the Peacemaker. Now going to the Peacemaker because it's fresh off of the movie. Who are they introducing to the Peacemaker is the question. Because anyone that they introduced to the Peacemaker should be, um, you know, set up for potentially something else, or maybe
No,
they bring
it's just gonna
somebody
be.
else
It's
into
just
the
gonna be.
Peacemaker from
It's just gonna be
Doom
the
Patrol.
Peacemaker.
Maybe you don't think they will
No,
bring?
listen again. Like I told Chad, the Doom Patrol has nothing to do with none of these movies. That is the Doom Patrol and Titans is your Netflix version of DC television.
Unless something was to sit here and somehow change.
But you can't. They already made the movie. The show's done. The series is done. Peacemaker's already done.
No. What I'm saying is to you, you used to sit here and you could put through little eggs and stuff like whether it's Doom Patrol, Titans, you could throw something in there hinting to a cinematic world and a HBO Max world
See,
coming,
this is
but you
this is
can't
where Marvel fucked
shit.
everything up for us. You want to know that? This is if you really want to stop and think. This is where Marvel fucked it up for us. Because if you let's honestly stop and really sit here and think. Disney now owns the rights to Netflix characters that were on the series. So again, what's so messed up about Warner Brothers, and this is an ongoing thing, they have all these rights, but they choose not to have a path or a direction where they're making these type of shows that are not going to be tied into the cinematic world. However, Batgirl will be tied into the cinematic world. Supergirl will be tied into the cinematic world, and Catwoman will only be tied into the Patterson's Batman. So for us to really, because I see there's a trend, you guys really want Doom Patrol to be mentioned or Easter egg on these again,
We
Suicide
are
So
Squad.
fans of the Doom
yo, I'm
Patrol.
saying you don't know.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen. Now, will they have an Easter egg? Yeah. Is it going to be about the Doom Patrol that we're watching on HBO Max? No. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because you guys are holding on to this hope. I see it. I hear it, and it's not going to happen because of
They're just gonna
what
crush our dreams, right?
exactly. You guys are like wishing on a, it's like, yo, you guys are wishing upon a star that unfortunately it's just will
No,
it,
I think enough
it's
people.
just
I think it's just the reality of it is that
you
money
guys
talk.
want it.
No, money talk bullshit walks, and sooner or later someone's gonna throw the
Yeah.
money, and someone's gonna soon. You can't
But
sit on
it's just
you can't sit on $1 million worth of entertainment. Someone's gonna have to push the. Someone has to. You can't have McDonald's without Burger King.
I get what you're saying, but
So
you
you're
guys
gonna
need to
have to
stop
sooner or
living
later
with
Wait a
have.
it.
minute, wait a minute. So you telling me that you don't think Brendan Fraser, who's a big screen guy, who's very familiar with the big screen,
Will be
couldn't
in
pull
one of
off
these
his
movies?
character?
No, no, hold
Couldn't pull
on.
off his
Hold,
character on a big screen?
again, you guys are wanting them to be tied into what is out there right now. That's what I'm trying to get at. It will make their own movie, but it will never be tied into the cinematic world that we are discussing. It's not going to be tied into Suicide Squad. It's not going to be tied into the Snyder Cut.
No, there's a
It, it
no. All I'm saying to you is you can do it. You're not. It's not gonna happen now. But what we're saying is you can do it.
but
Like
it
you can
it
do it.
will happen, but it won't be. It will be a different type of
No,
universe.
well, it would be darker
It
for
will
sure.
be no, no, no. It will be a reboot. Is what I'm trying to get at. It will be. It's just okay. Good example. We're gonna get X-Men. We're gonna get Fantastic Four. We're not gonna get the same X-Men. We're not gonna get the same Fantastic Four actors or actors and actresses. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say.
It will be different.
This is what I'm gonna say, and this is one part I emphasize this part. I get what you're saying, but
But do you? But do you? Let's be
Marvel had the
honest. But do
time to
you?
do that. DC don't have time to do that shit. You're saying the reboots. Yeah, I get you.
Dude,
They don't
that's
got
all they
time.
do. That's all they do is reboots. What do you mean? That's all they do is
They
reboots.
don't got. If you gonna
They're
do
rebooting Batman. Chuck, are they
and
rebooting Batman next year?
you don't got
Yes or
time.
no?
You reboot a movie and reboot a
Hmm?
universe are two different things. You can't.
Bruh,
You don't got time to reboot a
you're not
universe.
gonna.
You don't. You got if
Bruh.
you got Zack Snyder right there who had a fucking whole universe scripted out. Scripted out.
And they said no to it.
Right? But money
They
talks,
said no to it.
bullshit walks. If someone
Okay.
if someone's willing, Kevin, listen, I always go back to Zack Snyder. You see the writings on the wall. Zack is not gonna let certain projects be touched. His names are on those projects because he knows for a fact if someone just takes the risk, it takes one opportunity. Even if somehow Disney we never thought fucking Disney was gonna get the rights to their characters, and
But
and
you're proving
this
my point
amount of
right
time,
now.
no one did.
You're,
No,
you're, you're proving my point.
no one did. So
If
what I'm saying to
Disney,
you is,
if Disney gets Warner Brothers, you're proving my point.
no,
If
you're not.
somebody,
Your point. My point
nah,
is to
okay.
you if DC somehow, some way, is able to get out of this bullshit faster than we know and make a cinematic universe with Zack Snyder, with better writers, and we're not waiting 5, 10 years down the line. If that was the case, you have it all right there in front of you. Instead of waiting 10 years down the line and say, hey, Snack, give us some
With
cinematic.
the same people who's owning it, with the same people who's owning it, yes or no?
No, no, they're not the same
Because
people. We just talked
no, no,
about
no.
Discovery
That's what I'm
owning.
saying. Okay, but do you, Chuck? Put your coat on right now. Put your coat on. Put that CEO coat on. Yes or no? You think Discovery is gonna make that jump?
The big screen jump?
Like what
Or we're
Chuck is
talking
saying,
just
like what
shows,
chat, like no,
series.
the shows and series that are connected and everything gonna be connected to one.
I don't think it's going to be connected. What I'm saying is to you is that the
Well, if
fact
you're talking about having Doomsday and Suicide
I'm
and
saying
mentioning
to
it,
you, no.
it's connection.
Let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying to you this, that the hopes of Zack Snyder, the hopes of all this stuff of us seeing a universe, or okay, a connection in the sense of you don't have time to reboot shit. You really don't, because Marvel's already light years ahead of you. If you talking about transitioning all actors, all this shit now, this ain't gonna start developing into another 10 years, dog. And you're already way behind the fucking boat. And people are probably gonna be tired of superhero movies, or at least need break from superhero movies by then.
Yeah,
So
it's
then let's
So
fall
you
back
have
on the
the
move.
it's
you have
there
the
Fall
already,
back on the
man.
now.
Batman the next year movie. How about that then?
You could still, again, this always goes back to my original plan with DC, which at the time I was just like, again, this is at the time I was like, no, I'd rather just see one cinematic universe. But be honest with you, it's not a bad plan. If you have DC Dark and a DC cinematic universe, DC Dark is just for the fucking dark shit. It's on some other universe shit. That's your marketing plan to separate yourself from Marvel. Now you have DC Universe, DC Dark, and you have the animation. You have three levels that you can, if you really, in your comic book shit, four levels. If you could really nail your, first of all, your DC Universe is your number one shit. You have to nail that shit. DC Dark, that's just your bonus shit. Just like AWE Dark, that's your bonus shit. Your animation, you already kill that. To be honest with you, your animation should could almost be your fucking blueprint, because your animation has been better than Marvel, but Marvel's catching up. You see what they're doing with What If? They already catching up. They about to kill it. And then your comic book stuff is already your script writing for years, because DC Comics are fucking awesome. But if you had stuck with that plan, let Todd Phillips and the rest of DC Dark, let them take that shit over. That's their horror shit. That's their Doctor Strange shit. That's DC's doc. That's their horror shit. That's their, they get to do whatever they want. They play around with that universe. But their DC universe, that's their accurate shit. You do shit a little different. Now your DC Dark shit, you can have that on HBO Max. And that whole universe can correlate with Doom Patrol. If you wanted to do that, whatever you want to fucking do, because that's dark shit. That's the dark shit right there. But that DC universe, that's your movie saga. That's your movie shit. And then on top of that, you have animation, which you've already been fucking killing it with for years. Like Marvel, just they're just now getting on it. But if you had kept that marketing plan from there, it would have been great. Golden on HBO Max, which is allowing you to do whatever you want on this. Like they allow you to do rated R stuff. And then you could tie all that stuff in, man. It's just like, come on, man. Like, I'm not even, listen, I'm a 36-year-old guy that's just sitting here and just I read fucking comic books, man. Like, I'm not even in the high ups and I'm thinking about this fucking shit, dude. Like, you telling me you have a job and you can't think about this shit? Like, this is what the DC fans want, man. This is what people want, man. This is simple marketing shit. Like, just give the people what they fucking want, and then you're gonna see results. It's simple. Honestly, it's really that simple. This is what the frustration from Ben Affleck is. This is simple frustration from The Rock. This is what the frustration is. It's not that fucking hard. And honestly, dude, like as a fan of DC, I'm watching this shit. It's just it's simple. It's simple shit. Like
You have a
it,
corporate structure that decided to put profits over people.
it's
Okay.
you
So
see.
now
Where
I'm
you
gonna
where
so
where you have a successful corporation who chooses, or at least is better at masking that they're people before profits.
now I'm gonna jump in here because Chad said what he had to say. This is the thing. Everything ties up together. Case closed. You mentioned animation. What If ties into the MCU. The Pit Point, their animation ties into the MCU. Their television shows ties into the MCU. Their movies are the MCU. Let's go back now to Warner Brothers. Reason why it's not going to happen. Again, Chuck knows this because you got your CW shows. You have your Green Arrow. You have your Flash. You had all this. This is why Warner Brothers will not be what Marvel is as far as grabbing the attention. Hold on, because I see you're not shaking your head right now. Let me just say this piece. Now, the DC Dark. Let's all go back because you have a very solid point with Zack Snyder. Snyder, back whenever Superman was done. I don't know if it was 2012, 13, or 14. Snyder had a vision. The vision you are talking about. He had DC Dark, which is going to be Justice League Dark, little group, which you're correct. They have very awesome groups, which was going to be Swamp Thing, which was going to bring Dr. Fate, all these characters that you and I, as fans, want to see. Now, this is where you are correct. Because Snyder had that universe tied in with the DCU. Okay? You see what I'm going? You see how I'm going with? So you had those two. The Doom Patrol, the Titans, those were shows that you could say are CW type. That was supposed to be on the DCU app because DCU app or Warner Brothers knew that Disney was coming with Disney Plus. Remember, DC Universe came out first because they rushed it.
Right.
They're like, all right, Netflix, they got Daredevil, they
No,
got Jessica
no,
Jones, they got all that. So we
no
need to have
solid
our
marketing. No solid
yes,
marketing behind
no
it. Yep.
solid marketing. Exactly. They were like, all right, you know what? Netflix already had these characters. They're not part of the universe, but they got these characters. And now Disney wants to have their own app, which Kevin already made aware that there's going to be series. At
Right.
that time, he didn't say who, what, or whatever. DC Universe came out. They just pushed shows. They had a great series with Swamp Thing. A lot of people loved it. Swamp Thing went to the CW. Unfortunately, a lot of the fans, no shit on Chuck. I told Chuck to watch it because we needed fans like him to watch it because once they started having more of people watching it, then they would have gone to season 2. But guess what? Nobody went to go watch it because nobody had faith in Warner Brothers. So that's one thing.
No,
So
and I'm not gonna go fucking watch it on the CW. Stop trying to make me watch the CW. I don't want to watch that channel.
But again, you would have saved Swamp Thing. Is what
Warner,
I'm saying. Not you,
talking
not you. But you and other fans like yourself would have saved it. Now, Doom Patrol, the Titans, those were your quote unquote Netflix shows. Now I'm gonna piggyback what you're getting at. I agree. I wish they get a direction where they will have all these things because the reason why they're making the Flash movie, which I'm going to make a comment about the Flash movie, they're making Barry Allen the Reverse Flash. There's been a rumor that there's an evil Barry Allen and he's supposed to be the Flash, the Reverse Flash. I'm going to tell you right now, if that is the rumor is true, I don't care how fantastic Michael Keaton is or how Ben Affleck is in the movie. It's going to be a straight up 0. Because if you're telling me right now Reverse Flash is a
Barry Allen.
evil demon of Barry Allen,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that's not Ethor Dawn, and it's just a Barry Allen from a different Earth, that's it. I'm done.
That's bad. That's just basically that's hard. That's lazy writing. That's
exactly.
Honestly, that's not even lazy writing. That's just saying like, yo, fuck your
fuck
character.
You.
Fuck
that's
your
exactly
character.
what it's saying.
Fuck your
And
comic.
fuck you to the fans.
Yeah,
If you're
it really is, yo.
because there's a photo of two Barry Allens, one with like the normal hair and the one with a different hairstyle, and they were saying that that was supposed to be the Reverse
That's a
Flash. It was supposed to be, you know what I'm
well,
saying? Like you can't do that. And let's just be honest. You already took our hopes away when we were gonna get Thomas Batman. We were gonna get a Thomas Wayne Batman and the fucking Lady Joker, and they already gone on records and they already
saying that
said
they
it
want
Who's
that
they
they
want
wanted to
who's
do it.
writing this, man? It's Vince McMahon in control of this. Is
I
Vince
don't know,
McMahon
but that bitch
secretly
is, you know what? Maybe that bitch was fucking
in control of
Vince,
creative? I mean,
but
what is
I'm just
happening there?
saying,
Barry
that's the
Allen's the
rumor.
Reverse Flash.
That's the
Uh,
rumor. And if you're gonna give me that, then guess what? The Flash on the CW is the better Flash out of all.
well, yeah, we already know that. The Flash.
At least you gave me Ethor Thawne in the fucking Flash goddamn
Honestly,
series.
I'll
But
be honest.
again,
I
that's
like
a
the
rumor.
I like the Flash
Again,
well,
from
a lot needs to happen, man. A lot needs to happen.
I mean, I agree with Chad. I just,
I know Discovery's good at
I just don't have no faith.
maintaining, because okay, Discovery owns Food Network. They own, I mean, geez, they own travel. They own, man, they own a lot of channels. What we know of Discovery is that they're very good at packaging television shows. So on the television side, I don't think, I think they would understand, you know, I think they would be more receptive as far as what people are into, you know, and they will deliver it. You know, this is the same people who are behind Cake Boss, shows like that, and Paranormal Activity, and all these big shows that, you know, other people watch that's not us, you know. So they
right,
know, they understand, they have their own successful shows, and they understand how to A, make successful shows, and B, keep them going and keep them syndicated.
right,
So I think that is important because um, you'll at least have some executives that are, you know, at least involved. You know what I mean? Like, because it seems like a lot of executives aren't really involved. It's just like everything's just a passion project
yep,
over at Warner. You get what I'm saying? And there's no continuity. In Discovery, they got continuity. So that, you know, so now how Warner is still gonna do Warner. They're still gonna do all the film stuff. They're gonna
Yeah.
actually, I think AT&T still has control of the film side, I think. But I
They
think
gotta
the
stop.
TV, yeah, the TV side is pretty much going to be ran by like, or, and it's a merger. So again, I have to say this because again, it does matter. All of these creative decisions will change. How will they change? Is TBD, to be determined.
So in the end of the
Yeah.
day,
So
DC may not even be touched. That's what I'm trying to get at. Until I find out if DC,
I don't know.
but that's what I'm
Again,
saying. That and
TBD.
again, that's why which I love you guys, man. You know, this is one thing we need to we need to all take a trip. We're all three of us in the same damn room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And have, you know,
unfortunately,
I
in
know,
your
right?
case,
I know my case, I can't. But
your
what
state
I'm
is
saying
number one
is,
in COVID cases right now.
what I'm trying to get at now is the fact that I have no hope for Warner Brothers until I find out that they are being bought out. Not Warner Brothers. I'm talking about DC. I need DC. I need to get breaking news. Disney or Netflix are buying DC. So I see that on a breaking news, the whole DC universe bullshit, I would never trust. I'm gonna go watch Black Adam when that movie comes out, and guess what, you guys? I'm probably gonna love it. And then I'm gonna be like, well, that's a wrap. Y'all just showed me Dr. Fate. Y'all just showed me the Justice League of America. And I got no faith for Black Adam 2 or Shazam 3 or like Chad said, the Justice League Dark, because like Chad he wants the Justice League Dark, right?
No,
You're showing me
no,
Doctor. No, I'm not saying that you really, but you're
yeah.
gonna give me Doctor Fate. You see what I'm saying? Yo, don't forget they're gonna show us Doctor Fate. Bro, Doctor Fate.
You could even do DC Dark. Last thing I'll leave you off with. You could even do DC Dark with just the villains alone, just the villains alone. Like you could just do DC Dark on the HBO
I
Max
agree.
HBO Max network, and DC Dark will be just talking about discussing the villains and their past stories and what happened, like how they developed as villains. That will put you again away. You're not the same as your competitor, whereas your competitor is showing the heroes. Well, you're showing the villains and how they develop, and then they come into the cinematic universe.
But yeah, that is a great ending note on and as far as where Warner should go